Porcelain here, and welcome to the Bates House. Today I'm coming at you with a part 2 to my previous haul. This is everything else that I didn't show you in that one, and we are going to take a look at the smaller shops that we like to go shop at. It's about an hour away by the time we make it to the next town, and we like to see what they have there because they get actual like fun old stuff. And a lot of the times we have to dig pretty hard in the areas out here to find like the cool old stuff. So that is what I'm going to show you today. It is a place called Higgins and then another place called Forever Young. And I am excited to show you what I got. Starting off, these are for the shop and they are absolutely adorable. It is 2 porcelain mugs with gold on the handles and gold on these letters and then some hunting images. The first one is this little doggy. How sweet is that? And it says Gary on the back. So Gary the hunter, could get him a vintage porcelain mug, and that would make a great little gift. That was $1.85. That's gonna be going into the eBay store. If you don't know, I have an eBay store where I resell vintage. I try to refurbish things or get them to as close to new as possible before I list them. And Boogie has actually been hired with me in the eBay store to do my photos and stuff because now all the older boys have real jobs and they're out in the world. So he's super excited about that. He got to go spend his first paycheck today and he was stoked. All right, second one is $1.85 also. And this one, and they both say Darlene and they're both signed Darlene, 1956. And this one is the birds with the gold handle. And this one says Urban. How cool. So I did pick both of those up. Then I picked up this pewter large candle holder. Very nice. You could use this to display other things as well. So I really thought this was cute. Very cottagecore, country home type decor. And it was priced at $4.85, but Blue Tag was 60% off, I believe, but I paid $1.94 for this. And this is a nice large size, so this is probably gonna go into the shop for about $16. It is pewter, so it'll be probably about the $16 to $18 range. But either way, very, very nice. So I did pick that one up. Okay, friends, so maybe you can help me out and tell me what this is. I haven't looked it up yet. I was just gonna use it as like a really cool candle holder, but it looks like this. It's this cast iron piece. It's like a trivet. You see, it's got the feet, but it has these sticks here. I'm thinking maybe a hurricane glass to hold a hurricane glass in place, and then you put your candlestick in there. That's what I'm gonna do, because that sounds legit. So I think I'm gonna take a hurricane glass, put a candle in there, put that in there, and put it in my spooky cabinet. Oh my gosh, that's what I'm doing. So I don't care what it's for now. I just love it, and I think it's great, and that's what I'm gonna do. And I have 2 of them. These I paid full price for though. They were $4.85, and I did pick up 2. I swear I think that's what it's for. I think it's for a hurricane glass and a candle. And put a battery operated spooky candle. Yeah, that's gonna be great. Next, I could not leave this. I have the green one right now in my adult cabinet because we have 2 cabinets side by side in the kitchen, right? We have adult dishes and then we have the kids' dishes. Long story short, they were breaking my vintage treasures, so I had to separate our dishes as they were learning to take care of all these things. Now it just sticks that way. It's just their dishes and our dishes. But I have the green set with the tumblers and everything in that cabinet. And I have the cups that go to this. It is an amber glass pitcher. Oh my gosh. And I have a ton of the Indiana glass serving plates and dishes. And this is all I needed to pair with it. It is fantastical. And it was only $5.85, you guys. Look at how it shimmers and shines. And it wants to be loved and adored. How could they? I couldn't leave it. I just couldn't leave it. It's so pretty. Look, this is stout. You'd walk into a store and buy a replica that could never hold up like this has held up and pay like $17. We're not doing that. We're gonna pay $5.85 for this vintage magic and add it to my collection of amber servingware that I have yet to use, but I will. Next is a personal item. I have a Hutch. I have a Hutch problem. We didn't have walls in our house when we first moved in. We had floor to ceiling windows all around the front of the house. So I had to figure out how to make storage and display and organization and stuff. And so I was like, Hutch. A Hutch is the way to go. Take the backs off, put some chicken wire. I could add some hooks, whatever. It was like a whole thing. And one of my Hutches now is completely full of Spice of Life. I love Spice of Life. I love Crazy Daisy, and I love Butterfly Gold. Those are my 3 patterns. Those are the ones that I love. I love and adore them. And then I like the vintage amber glass, and then I like the olivey kind of gorgeous green glass. I got a Spice of Life jar. And it's wet in there, and I don't know why, and I don't care. But it's a Spice of Life jar, and I paid $2.31. It was $3.85. And I paid $2.31 for a large jar. How not? I actually use these in my vintage baking station. If you don't know what these stations are and stuff, I have organization videos on these spaces. I have my most recent ones was for Christmas, where I did a Christmas home tour, and I did them in stations or sections. So I have a vintage baking station Christmas home tour video and shows you all the things in that space. And that's actually where I keep my Spice of Life jars. I'll probably just do a quick overlay on here for you, but I have these in there for food storage because I bake and I do things, and it's all on my Instagram, always real time. I show you guys quick clips and reels and stuff of when I'm making all the things that I make. Okay, so next, I found this. This is gonna be for the shop because it is so pretty. I was like, oh, somebody's gonna love that. For baking, for display, for cottage core, for reels, for whatever. It is beautiful. Gray and blue pottery. It was $5.85. I paid $2.34, but I can see this going into the shop for like $22. It is this gorgeous serving pottery dish. And imagine those people like making those fantastical recipes and they're putting their ingredients and stuff with their gorgeous little dishes. Hopefully one of them finds my shop and buys this because it is adorable, but I don't collect this in my baking station. So somebody's gonna love that. It is this, let me see if I can get that other one out of there. Okay, so the inside looks like that with the little blue design. And then there's this cute little bowl for like seasonings or baking soda, baking powder, whatever, vanilla. So cute. So I did pick that up. That's going in the eBay store. And then I found this guy and I want to turn it into a freaking candle. It's so cute. It is a huge fartless chili bowl, 26 ounces. So I'm assuming it's chili with no beans, which we don't do here in our house because we have a lot of people to feed. So I've always tried ways to fill our food, and beans and tomatoes and onions and stuff like that is always in our chili. And I make my chili from scratch, so I'm adding beans, okay? And I'm a home canner, so I can my own beans, so I'm gonna put them in my chili. Anyway, it says a bowl of chili can do wonders for you. We just hope your friends will think so too. Sincerely, the old fart. Anyway, it was only $2.85, but it was $1.71. I guess they priced it because they didn't like that humor, but I think it's hilarious. And that's a great Father's Day candle, you know, like so cool. But I'm gonna turn that into a huge candle and put it into one of the markets. Next, I found this little laundry sign, which I thought was cute. It's somebody's little craft project. It was $1.50, so how could I not? It says, receipt for washing clothes. 1, build a fire in the backyard to het kettle of rainwater. 2, set the tubs so smoke won't blow into eyes if wind is pert. 3, shave one whole cake lye soap in Billin water. Sort things, make 3 piles. White, colored as in CULLORD. 1 pile, work breeches and rags. work, W-E-R-K. Stir, S-T-U-R. Flour in cold water to smooth, then lay down with boiling water. What? What does flour in cold water do? Anyway, rub dirty spots on board, scrub hard, then boil. Boil is B-I-L-E, bile. Ooh. Rub colored, C-U-L-L-O-R-D, but don't boil. Just wrench, wrench and starch. Take white things out of kettle with broomstick handle, then wrench, blow, and starch. Hang old rags on fence. Pour wrench water in flower bed. Scrub porch with hot soapy water. Turn tubs upside down. Go put clean dress. Smooth hair with side comb. Brew cup of tea. Set, rest, and rock. And spell and count blessings. Aw, that's so old worldly. Look at that. So I had to get that. I'm putting that in my laundry room. But my laundry room is downstairs in the Bates Family General, where we have all of our personal care stuff, all of our home canning pantry stuff, all of my freeze-dried goods and all that stuff. So this is so fitting, and it's gonna go in there, and I can't wait because it's so cute and I wanna see it often. Okay, so next we're gonna look at some books. And then we're not gonna do a deep dive into these books. We're just gonna look at what I got. So the book's regular price, it has to be under $285, or it has to be over $285 or something like that to get the discount if it's on sale or anything. But this is a complete book of making miniatures. Excuse me. Everything is in here, and I just love the little freaking pictures, to be honest with you. I love looking at this. I love miniatures. I have a dollhouse that's massive and I want to put it together one day, but like, I don't know, I'm so scared to start. But anyway, this one was only $2 and it's full of information and it is so cute to see all that stuff. Next, we have this one, Living the Country Life. I love to just sit and look at all the pages and all the things in all these books. They are fantastic. So this one looks like this, Better Home and Gardens, Living the Country Life, $2. And it is jam-packed with images and color palettes and patterns and things that are just amazing to look at. Look at all that cast iron. I'm not gonna go back, but cast iron, crocks, copper, dishes, glass, woods. Heaven in a book. I love looking at these books. This one is so sweet and it's blue. A Taste of the Country. This one was $2.50 and it's just recipes and pictures. I love books that have really cute pictures using the dishes and stuff that we actually find and putting them on display. Like I just put, I think it's in this book, it's a pot in this book similar to one in here that I just put into my shop. I'm pretty sure I saw it in here. I showed it to Boogie, but either way, fantastic little book for $2.50 and it's functional. You can use it for decor. You can change it out with the different seasons and get it to coordinate with whatever it is you're doing. And mind you guys, this Hutch, oh, so I totally forgot, but I have decorated my decor Hutch in a Father's Day theme with the blue dishes and other stuff in there. So I'll leave an overlay, but this Hutch was free. Okay. So you can find Hutches for 50 to 90 bucks and they are great sizes and they're amazing quality material. They will last you. You can move them around. You can change the function of them. You can use them as blanket storage, sheet storage. You can use them as displays. You can use them as actual dish storage. You can use it as a pantry. You could use it as whatever you want. Hutches are magical. I have a thing for Hutches and you'd know if you've seen any of my organization videos, but this is my decor Hutch. And I was excited to have those blue themed books to go in there. All right, the next one that I found was this. Oh my God, it's a depression glass book, all about depression glass. Now I know quite a bit about depression glass, but I don't know everything. And so this just gives me so much information on all the fantastical magical glass that is out there. Oh my gosh, so exciting to add this to my collection, to just read through and learn about, and just awesome. And look, one of my favorite ones that were in here, the amber glass. Oh, so nice. Okay, so that was it for Higgins. Now we have Forever Young. Actually, I don't know where this one came from. I think this might have been a single Pennywise item. I don't remember where I got this from, but it's written out $5 on the bottom. So I guess I paid that, but it's a seasoning box and that just goes on your countertop with your seasonings in there. These sell for buku dollars. You know that? Something as simple as this, easy, 70 bucks, 75 bucks. Am I gonna sell it? Probably not. I don't know. I tried to work it into this Hutch, but I had too many dishes to display, so it wasn't able to go in there. But he's adorable. 5 bucks? Yes, please. For starters, I found 2 of these, and they were priced at $2 a piece. So this is one full rack. It's a 2-piece rack. This is one full rack, and which way does it go? It's upside down. It's a 2-piece plate rack, but it's nice and long. So you put the screws together to put it together, and it's a long plate rack, and it has 3 holders. But why I like these, because these go great behind doors in your baking area or on narrow little wall spaces, and you can use them for so much storage, okay? You could put rolling pins on here with recipe books behind it. You can put decorative plates and then put your pot lids in front of that. You can use them for rolled up towels. You can use them for, I don't know, anything you need, and then hang an apron off the side of here if it's in the area where you would probably hang an apron. You can just use them for so much that when I see plate racks, I snag them because I never know when I'm gonna squeeze them into a wall somewhere. But this thing is huge, and it's nice heavy duty metal, and it was only $1 because it was $2 and everything in the store was 50% off because it was the first Friday of the month, and we didn't even realize it when we went, which came out to be just perfect timing. So this was $1, and I did pick up 2 of them, and look at how big this thing is. Awesome. Next is a freebie item. They have a little display on your way out whenever you're paying, full of stuff that they just say you can have. And I picked up this little Christmas book, and I thought this would be adorable to either have out on display or make into a junk journal. So I got that, and it was free. So precious. Got that. Next, found these little copper molds. Oh my gosh. It was priced at $2, and there's 2, 4, 6. So little copper molds, there's 6 of them in here. It was priced at $2, so I paid $1 for 6 little copper molds that I will absolutely use for things. You can hang them and have them as decor. You can have them on little trinket shelves and put something in there to make it look adorable. You can use them as stands for different things that you could put decoratively on here. You can use them and actually just use them because they're copper molds. So it's decor, it's functional decor, which is how I justify everything. But for $1, come on, you walk outside, you exhale $1. Might as well bring it home in copper. Next, I found this little guy, and I couldn't pass him up because I do have a drink station. It's got all my coffee stuff, it's got all of our tea stuff, and it's all in that area. I have antique carafes and stuff over there. But it's just a teeny tiny little coffee grinder. Look at that, so cute. And he was $2, so I paid $1. And it's actually a pencil sharpener. Sharpen your pencil, and then your little shavings go in there. And it's so cute. But this is gonna go on my shelf, because if you don't know, I actually have an antique coffee grinder, and I grind my coffee every morning. I grind my beans every morning. I brew it in a teapot, or I boil water in a teapot, and I brew it in a press like coffee. I love good coffee. So there's that, $1 for a cute little grinder that's gonna go on my little shelf over there. And then I could not pass these up. It is the vintage drawer pulls. They were $8 for 2, so I paid $4 for 2, which is fair priced, okay? So it's cheap to fair. I gotta polish them up, but it is the Eagles, which I was so stoked about that I wanted more, but this is all I could find in the store. There was only 2. I wish I could have found more and I'd just put them everywhere. I'd put them in my kitchen because right now I have drawer pulls and stuff on my cabinets right now, like the kind that you see on Hutch's, and yeah, I have like handles that you would find on a Hutch drawer or a Hutch door. I have that kind of hardware in my cabinets, or on my cabinets in my kitchen. So if I could find more of these, I would absolutely put these in my kitchen all day. All right, so I got those for $4, $2 a piece. I found this gorgeous frame, which looks like it's gonna go into my Hutch for spooky season. It is beautiful. It was $3, got it for $1.50. Check that out, gorgeous brass, very pretty detailed frame around the edge. It's a 4x6, looks like. So cute. Imagine some spooky little ghosties in there with some googly eyes or some witchy sisters. So cute. Okay, so next I found this 10-piece set of these little dishes for $6.
Put it right here.
Okay, which means a 10-piece set of these gorgeous little dishes for $3. And it's yellow roses. And I live in Texas, so all I could think of is the yellow rose of Texas. So there's 4 of these gorgeous little bowls. Look at that, yellow roses in there, and they all look the same. And then you have 6 of these gorgeous little cups with a little yellow rose. So what I think I'm gonna do is make a candle and throw some beeswax in there to make it yellow. I think it'll coordinate really well, and then I can just sell them together in a little set. Even though that's not a saucer, I can sell them together in a little set at the market, or just have them individual little candles. But either way, I got 6 of these adorable little cups that would make fantastic vintage style candles, and I paid nothing for them, so that's awesome. And then we are down to the last item, which is this one. So I actually found a large porcelain antique father mug cup, and I never feel right using it because it says father on there. If it would have said mother, I'd use it all the time because it's nice and big and it could hold a lot of coffee, but it just feels, I feel some type of way, so I don't use it. Then I found this one and I was super excited. It was only $1, so I paid 50 cents, and it just says, I am not greedy, but I want more. Huge mug with this little floral transfer on there. Got a little flower on the back with gold trim, and it is huge. It's vintage Japan. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's huge. And I paid 50 cents for it, and it's gonna look fantastic on my coffee mug rack. Okay, friends, so that was pretty much it for this quick haul, or part 2 of the previous haul. If you made it this far, we are gonna find the secret word of the day for this video, which I think should be yellow rose. Yeah, yellow rose is gonna be the secret word of the day. All you gotta do is put it in your comments somewhere, and it's like a little wink to let everybody know that we made it this far together. Also, don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you leave, because that helps the channel grow. If you have any friends that are new to the thrifting journey or want to share what you can find on a small budget to decorate your house with amazing vintage treasures, then go ahead and share this video. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out to be notified of new videos whenever I post. I'm a very random kind of girl. I like to do thrift hauls, Dollar Tree hauls. I am on a sustainable journey, so I don't suggest that you just buy anything and everything from Dollar Tree, but I do have a good eye for cool things, and I share them with you whenever I find them. I do like to review different cosmetics and personal care stuff from Dollar Tree as well. And I always try to share that information with you so you can save some money, not waste product, and actually get things that are worth your $1.25. I do as your standard calculation breakdown hauls with bulk buying, home canning. I do some organization stuff. I did a freeze-dried organization video, and I have eBay stuff that I kind of sprinkle in throughout different things. I'm all over the place because that's just my real life, and that's how I do things. And I kind of hope that whatever videos you come across, you feel like you don't waste your time or you get something beneficial out of them, except for a haul, you know. But hauls are fun to share and look at all the cool old things and then see the overlays and how I use them, and then you can incorporate those ideas into your home whatever. So definitely subscribe if you have enjoyed it here. You can follow me on my social medias on Instagram. That's it. At the Bates House, hashtag Bates House, pretty much anything, and I will be there. But for now, guys, that is it for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.